Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in this fantastic world. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. It's Friday. We're back. It's the Easy Talk. Yes, I've got my wonderful friends all over the world. I've got Jonathan and I've got Alfie, the wonderful Alfie from Colombia, Ghana. And I've also got the Ministry of Information, also known as IG, the real Indian Gooner. Guys, how are you? IG, how are you, mates?
Doing great. Working really hard for the YouTube channel. But yeah, I think being an Arsenal fan is not an easy job. It takes
Never.
more than a juice to actually have energy for doing it, man. And we expected a lot. And we are getting quarantine news more than the new signings. So we just have to take some respite from it, bro.
Yeah. And Alfie,
Hey, how are you,
I'm good,
Alex?
man. I'm good. Like 2 weeks ago at the beginning of transfer window, I had a full head of hair, and I've lost all my hair. So much stress,
But
man.
yeah, but we should be used to it now. Uh, yeah, yeah, because yeah, it happens every summer. Oh, every
Yeah.
winter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Jonathan, ¿cómo
Hey,
estás?
Alex. How are you? How is everything?
Everything is good over
Ha-
here, man. The channel is
Happy
like
with the
growing a
news?
little bit, but it's good to see everyone together again, man. Very,
Eh,
very good. Very, very good.
Everything starting again with
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So there's the
After
intros,
this,
people. The Easy Talk. It's the flagship or the main segment, of the whole segments on this channel, which is Canon 40 TV, and I think it's going to be a good one compared to last week's Easy Talk, which got a little bit heated, and I got blamed for something that I didn't say. But let me kind of get into the intros. Yes, people, welcome back to Canon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world, and it is the Easy Talk. Easy Talk means it's Friday, and it's going to vary wherever you are in the world. Maybe it could be like Saturday morning, it could be like Friday evening. IG, what time is it in India? It's like,
It's 12:08 a.m.
okay, so it's quite early.
Yeah, for tomorrow, yes.
And in Colombia, it's like 20 to 2 in the afternoon.
Yes.
1:40.
138,
Yeah, see, there you go.
140.
See,
That's true. 140.
I got to try and remember all the different time zones. Oh my goodness, so difficult. Guys, whoever's watching like now, you're new to California TV, make sure you subscribe to California TV and all platforms. Hit the bell notification button so you can receive all the latest news right here on this wonderful channel of ours. Right, so guys, there's been quite a bit of news, and the funny bit of news I saw this morning, which is so funny. I was just talking to Jonathan about this player here, and I did say to Jonathan, "Will you take back this player? Will you take him back?" And Jonathan said, "No, no, no, no."
Definitely no. We not. We don't need him.
Alfie, what are your
Um,
thoughts on this guy he ran to Manchester United, and the video which came out over the last couple of days, he said, "Well, actually, after the first training session, I called my agent. I said, hey, can we cancel the contract?" Alfie,
um, it feels. I don't know. It feels nice. Yeah. Yeah. No. It's like we told you. Yes, we told you. We've been months telling you sign this thing. Yes, you're gonna regret it. We said that to Lev. We said that to many players anyway. But yeah, he should have signed it. And yeah, too late. Why would he say that though? Like I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have said, yeah, I didn't feel good, but I said the first day of training I was missing Arsenal. It's like, okay. But no, I wouldn't take him back, not anymore. But if that was like 6 months after he signed, definitely.
IG, Alexis Sanchez, man.
Wow, Alexis Sanchez. It's. Oh my God. Well, the both images that you showed are his washed-up career images. One at the Inter Milan and another at Manchester United. But in my opinion, when I read, I think he just destroyed all the Manchester United fans who actually were up against him, who just said that Alexis Sanchez is a flop. They were all over the social media speaking like that, and he comes out with a statement that when I first went into the session at Manchester United, boom, I wanted to go back. And I think it shows because previously, even I think there were who was it? I guess it was Ander Herrera or somebody actually came up with their interview, which they mentioned that Alexis Sanchez is a guy who lacks motivation. He doesn't look like as if he wanted to play for Manchester United. I think it happens, but he became too much ambitious. We know what happened to Adebayor. So you need to understand that he wanted a contract which surpasses Mesut Ozil and Alex Lacazette's wages combined. So I think if you actually run behind money for a better contract, that doesn't guarantee you great. It was a decline of his prime, and thank God Arsenal were not the scapegoat.
Yeah, definitely. No, yeah, and we normally we are not. Like I was talking to one of my friends the other day. I said because we were talking about Nabry. We were saying like what happened that he didn't stay in Arsenal, and then Arsenal came out and said no, we definitely wanted to keep him, but he was like he wasn't fit for a long time, and they made this weird deal between Bayern Munich and Werder Bremen. So it was difficult for us to keep him, and that's a player that we obviously regret not having in Arsenal in this moment.
Yeah.
But then I said to my friend, but look at Man United, they destroy players in their prime. Like they destroy Alexis Sanchez, Di Maria. Like he's an excellent player just coming from Real Madrid. Even like in Colombia, we feel that they destroy Falcao. He was in a very good position at that time. Like he was in his prime, and then he didn't adapt either. So something is happening with that club more than footballing reasons. I don't know if they don't feel motivated, if it's the city. I don't know what it is, but they are expert on destroying players in their prime.
There is something important that I have to say about Alexis. My second name is Alexis. Remember, I told you once. Yeah, I hate that name, but now I used to love it. But there is something important. I I like Alexis again.
Yeah,
Again,
kind of restore
with that,
something. Yeah.
he destroyed some Manchester United fans. So I like it him again. So I'm following him again in Twitter. Come on! It was funny to listen that. Hey, I wanted to come back to Arsenal immediately. Whoa, that's great. I like him again, but we don't need him in our club in this moment. We don't need him.
Yeah, we don't need him. We don't need him at all. But
And to come on top of it, he actually went to Manchester United to compete with Anthony Martial. Imagine going to Manchester United and competing with an average player, and he himself actually destroyed his career.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, chasing after the money. Listen, the grass is not always greener on the other side. You arrive there, you thought, oh my goodness. But I mean, he's very, very. He doesn't have no. What's the word I'm looking for? No shame to say. Actually, when I arrived after the first day of training, I was on the phone, spoke to my family. I said, "Hey, can we cancel the contract?" No. The door was locked.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah. He did that with an intention. Yeah, of saying that. Yeah, the fans are not the best. I think.
Incredible.
I thank God that Ivan Gazidis is not at Arsenal. He would have bought Alexis back.
You think possibly,
Yeah.
but personally, I don't want him back. I don't want Sanchez back.
No,
He can
no,
stay.
we don't need him.
He can stay where he is. And you're right. We don't need him, Jonathan. We don't.
We had Saka, we had Martinelli, we had William, we had Alba, we had Pepe, we have
No.
We have Jonathan the Alexis. Why do we need Sanchez?
Yeah,
Yeah,
why we need Sanchez? We have the Valencia.
Guys, I put a poll up this morning actually in regards to the players that left Arsenal and which player you would choose to come back to Arsenal. And as of now, this is the poll. So who would you re-sign? Olivier Giroud, Sanchez, Chamberlain, and RVP. And look at that. 62% want Sanchez back. 62%. of the subscribers, the followers, want Alexis Sanchez back.
His quality, though, like I think people are rating him because of his quality, because of his ability, but I don't think it's realistic, any of them anyway.
Yeah.
um, I don't know. I don't. Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, if you ask me, I would take RBP back
Okay.
because yeah, like I don't know. I think it's kind of like he didn't come like I don't know. He wasn't his Arsenal career was not completed. Like I would like him to have won something with us. But
Yeah.
again, it's more emotional than the quality of the player at that time or anything.
I wouldn't so much mind so much of RVP, but to sell him to one of our rivals at that actually at that time, you can't
Yeah,
forgive that. You can't forgive
exactly.
that.
Yeah, and then afterwards, he did kind of weird interview saying that it was our fault, but he was the one that didn't wanted to sign a contract. So it's I don't know. I have like mixed feelings with him.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
I'm
Well,
actually, I'm actually wondering who are the 10% people who voted for Robin van Persie.
Yeah, I don't know.
maybe I don't know. Maybe the desperate. I don't know, man. I thought what Nah, nah,
Yeah,
nah.
but it's like what you talking? You talking about Robin van Persie now, or Robin van Persie at that particular time, or
And this is it. I couldn't factor in, the Van Persie of old or of now.
exactly?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Emotional, Alfie. We get very, very emotional, and
Yes.
talking about being emotional. The transfer window. Oh my goodness.
Huh?
IG. How many videos did you do in the end about Gabriel coming to Arsenal? I did about maybe 20 videos about Gabriel.
Alex, you can count. I forgot my count, bro. Trust me on this. I've forgotten my count. It's just that when I get a news, there you go. Here's a thumbnail. Here's Gabriel for you.
And even then, people asking me, "What's happened with Gabriel?" I said, "Well, I've just told you. I've just told you what's happened. Like at
Yeah.
least 10 videos on Gabriel." Guys, what do you think, Jonathan? What are you thinking so far with the activity for Arsenal in the transfer window?
I think we always have that kind of problem with the transfer window, no? I think now we know it, but there is something important that at the end of the day is happening in the last two transfer windows. I didn't expect about Pepe and a lot of money that we spent. It doesn't matter how we spent it. It doesn't matter the entire man. The fact is that we spend money, and I'm really happy in this moment with what is happening at the rumors. But I hope the rumors get. We hope to sign Alba. We hope to get Ceballos again, and we hope we have some signs that we are seeing like Partey. We will talk about it. But what we are seeing is that there is a change in the mind. Something is happening different to the, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years ago, and I think we are moving in the right way. I think we are moving in the right way in these kind of things. I think we are moving with
Mm-hmm.
Edu, with Arteta, with whatever there is, but
Mm-hmm.
it's something positive is happening.
Okay, Alfie, what are your thoughts on the transfer activity so far?
Couple of things. One is that normally, but we used to this one already, is that we're a little bit slow making deals happening. What we were talking about, Gabriel, that should have been done quickly. Obviously, what we discussed in the past as well, we are not normally the team that is giving the most money. We are selling Arsenal, as in we're selling the project. We want you to come here, but it's not like this is the money that we're going to give you. We want you in our squad right now. So it takes a little bit of time with Arsenal, which is really nerve wracking because you can think any other team can just come and just snap the player and that's it. That's good. On the other side, though, on the other hand, we are getting very good players and we are building a team that is looking for the future, and they are making me believe, and this happens every year, and I don't like it. because
that hope.
yes, because it's like, don't make me believe in this team again. Just don't do it. Don't do it. And if you're going to do it, just hopefully it's gonna pay off. No, but it's nice. It's nice. It's going like, step by step. But hopefully we should be able to get a competitive team. We are still waiting for that midfielder. We don't have that,
Which one?
creative part. We don't know yet. But either would do. If we get both, I will be like, don't do this to me. Too much. Yes. but no, hopefully we should be able to get one of the two that we are linked with. I don't know, what do we have to sacrifice for that? Probably Torreira. Bellerin, maybe.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. But,
yeah, definitely. But no,
yeah.
good business so far. Hopefully it's gonna be okay by the end of the transfer window.
Yeah. IG, I know you're hot to trot on the transfer news. I've been trying to catch up with you. I've tried my best, and you just kind of left me. We've been linked with so many midfielders over the last 3 weeks.
Yes.
Every midfielder you can think who plays in Europe, Arsenal have been linked with.
Always.
All of them. Jose Moa.
Thiago.
All of them. All of them. Oh, dear. Who can we realistically think we can get in through the door? Thomas Partey?
If you ask me realistically, in the next 2 weeks, we are looking only about departures. So for us, we need to understand that the next two targets are straight away Partey and Jose Moa.
Yeah.
That's it. So for us, I think right now the departures are really being important. But I think, in my opinion, I think Partey looks set that it's either he's going to stay at Atletico or Arsenal. There's no other club. If you hear about PSG, if you hear about any other club being linked with Thomas Partey, that's not going to happen. Definitely, that's not going to happen. And I'm pretty much sure that Atletico Madrid will not be giving him a contract with improved terms at least for 1 year from now, because they're totally dried up because of the funds are concerned. They don't have any money at all. There are lots of Spanish clubs. They don't have any money to run the club. It's really a bad state for them. So I understand that Atletico can't offer him a new contract. He's a boyhood Arsenal fan, so he's a gooner. So I think it's pretty much clear. And also I think his fiance is from London as well. So there are lots of angles and aspects wherein Thomas Partey to Arsenal makes a lot of sense to him in a personal level. He's just waiting. It's pretty much simple. Arsenal pay the money, get your player. If Chelsea go out, they want a striker, they go for Werner. They want Werner, they go pay the money, Werner is their player. That's it. That's the same criteria for us. Atletico, they're not obligated to buy a midfielder. They have all other midfielders stacked. And right now they're linked with Mark Roca. If Thomas Partey leaves, Mark Roca comes in for 15 million euros. So that's it. They're ready. They're ready with a replacement. So yes, I think we just have to wait for the right moment. I think OR looks a little bit difficult compared to Partey. Partey looks at in the 3rd or 4th week of September. If OR will happen, that will only happen if in the next 2 weeks, if you see Torreira leave with some good chunk of money, and if Lyon accept the installment, if they accept any sort of installment bid, then and only then, I think Jose Moa and Partey both can happen. But otherwise, Partey looks more realistic compared to OR.
Yeah, well, going by the reports that I've read over the last couple of days, Arsenal and Arteta, they've identified 4 players that they need to offload to raise and generate the finances. Bellerin is one, PSG, but they've come with a bid for 25 million. That's, for me, that's not enough money. Torreira is apparently going to Fiorentina. Kolasinac wants to go back to Schalke. He said he wants to leave Arsenal for personal reasons. Personal reasons? He's had enough of Arsenal. It's not personal reasons. That's what it is. Personal reasons. And they wanted 2 other players as well. So, yeah, I mean, the 4 players. We need to raise the funds before we can buy any more players. But for me, Thomas Partey has to be, actually should have been our number 1 target. But Gabriel's through the window. But next person has to be Thomas Partey. Jonathan, did you want to say something?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you. After of our signature.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to get that done.
I forgot about that.
If you ask me, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of wait. We need that signature. Sign that thing. Sign that thing. That thing. We need to get him. We need to get him. But I think he's waiting how the club moves. He's waiting for the club hunger.
Yeah.
In order to win. I think.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know anything about, but
Yeah.
but I'm tired of wait.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Alfie, what are your thoughts about Oba? Sign the thing.
Yeah, definitely, quickly, as soon as possible. Yeah, obviously, I think he's going to sign. I don't know what he waiting for. Or we are waiting for, but I think he's done. He's not going anywhere. Um, especially, you know, yeah, no, I think he was flirting with Barcelona for a little bit, but it's done now. I think he likes Arsenal. He likes, the fans, the crowd. I think he's just a little bit more ambitious, the things he want to achieve with us. But yeah, definitely will sign, and like we can be calm about that one because it's okay. In regards of Partey and Ower, the only thing that it worries me is that according to the reports, he's asking for too much money. He's asking for 200k a week, and that has been a problem with Arsenal before. If you give a player too much money, then it becomes a problem. So the idea is just to keep them at the same level. For me, if we have the chance to sign any of them both, but we have to choose, Partey is more quality, but I would take Our for less wages because it wouldn't create a problem in the staff room. Hopefully, again, we should be, yeah. Hopefully, we should be able to get both, but yeah, we have to wait and see. But yeah, I think he would be easily. I mean, he would adapt easily into the Arsenal team Partey.
Yeah,
So hopefully, yeah, we should be able to get him. I don't know, for example, why are we not getting Ceballos in a permanent transfer either? Because I don't know how much of a good deal is just one extra year, especially because he sent a bad message. He sent like we are kind of,
A small club.
just no. It's just like we are not sure, like we are just trying something that we are not thinking about the future. With the center backs, though, it's like we are getting two young center backs that can work together for the next 5, 6, 7 years, which is a good message. But with Danny Ceballos, I don't know.
But I think the new clause includes that this year and not at the option to buy that
But
we didn't have that in
the
the
thing
last
is,
one.
yeah, but the thing is, like, he knows that he's not gonna play it in Real Madrid under Zidane. He
yeah,
knows that, so
yeah.
he should be committed to. Let's say, okay, they want me at Arsenal. They have done everything that I can. And don't get me wrong, Arsenal is a better team than Betis. So yeah, it should be. It should be. It should be a no-brainer. It should be a no-brainer. But I don't know. I don't like his attitude in that way. But he is quality on the pitch, though.
Yeah,
Agree.
yeah. Before I go into the comments box, because I mean, there's just so many comments. I need a lot of catching up to do there. IG, Minister of Information, Lacazette. What's happening with Lacazette? Is he going to be going? Is he staying? He's 29 years of age, and do we need to sell him to try and capitalize on his value now, or what's going on? Because I haven't covered anything about Lacazette. I've done one video. What's happening with Lacazette? Do you know?
Yes, I think he's currently training with us, and it's pretty much clear that he is not going to be given a new contract with Arsenal. So this and the next January transfer window looks perfect if we are to sell him, because if he enters his last year of his contract, probably it's going to be all Ramsey situation all over again, or an Aubameyang situation. But I think he would not want to leave, or probably if you need someone, a potentially a good suitor who wants that player desperately. Now, what we as Arsenal fans have done, we've bombarded Gabriel with a lot of messages on social media. We have done a lot of things, made him felt that you are needed here. You're needed here more than you're needed at Lille. So he saw that, and Arsenal made an approach. Despite Napoli paying him a better wages, he selected us. So he felt more wanted. So imagine if Lacazette is in a situation that he already has a contract with Arsenal. Now Arsenal can't act as if they don't want him already. So there has to be some other club that has to come calling for Lacazette that, look, we want you. And I think the only two clubs that have been quite confident with that is one is Atletico Madrid, that still hold that much of interest on him, and the next one is Juventus, but they've cooled it down because the whole idea is now around Luis Suarez now. So they're stuck with Luis Suarez. They got rid of Higuain, and they got Luis Suarez, who actually missed a lot of games due to injury last season in La Liga. I don't know why they do it. That does not fix a lot of things for Pirlo or probably Juventus. I don't know why they're doing it, but yes, they still have a lot of deadwood to cut down. Probably more deadwood than Arsenal to cut them down. I mean, imagine they terminated contracts of Higuain and Sami Khedira. I mean, imagine that. So I think right now the only club that is really interested, that have shown the interest for the last 2 seasons, is Atletico Madrid. I think they may come calling. They don't have the money, we know that, and they're very, very smart enough to not swap with Thomas Partey. They've been very clear about it. Only money for Thomas Partey. So for me, I think Lacazette stays, and it will be a same Aubameyang situation. I think so.
Right. Let me go into the comments box. Like I said, there's just been so many comments, and thank you to everyone who's come through watching this segment of the Easy Talk. Give me a moment to try and catch up with all the comments. There's so many. Right, first up, Jack Williams. Good evening, Jack. I hope you're well. He says, I've been called deluded for not expecting instant success and setting realistic targets, like aiming for top 4 right now. Not the title. Sick and tired of this toxic fan base. Hope all is well. Well, we're fine, Jack. I hope you're all right, Jack.
hey, Jack. I would say top 6.
Top 6?
Yeah.
I think so.
I love my team, but I have to be realistic. Top 4 is very, very.
We can do top 4 if we sign Messi.
We can, but I think it's top 6.
The way Barcelona are going on, I think we're going to meet Barcelona in Europa League.
Hopefully. Hopefully not. I don't know.
All right. By the way, actually, I've got to say we've got our new moderator, Monty. Monty, good evening to you. He's done a fantastic job for us, keeping everyone in the chat on task and not being rude and using that kind of language there. But evening, Monty. I hope you're well. So there's welcome gooners from all over this world. Next comment up. Again, give me a moment to try and catch up because there's just so many. Monty, not too bad. My man just plugging away, listening into all the transfer and looking forward to the up-and-coming season. I got Bar Ibrahim that says, how are E? Or how are we? Or how are you? I don't know. What is that? Bar Ibrahim, what's that? Okay, let's just try and pick these. I'll just try and catch up as much as I can because we've got like an hour long just trying to fit everything in here. So just bear with me a second. All right, I've got the real Arsene Wenger. This is Arsene Wenger, really. No, it's not. Hi, Alex and IG. It's me, your boy Arsene, back with another bang and comment.
Welcome.
It's all about stability, taking the necessary steps to get back into Europe, attract more players, and continue taking steps in the right direction. Spending millions and millions will not always help. I'll tell you what, Jack, he's a new subscriber. Each time he puts a comment on, it's very, very thought out. It's very measured. It's spot on again. I can't see us getting into top 4 this season. I can't. Alfie, I can't.
Possible. It is possible, but the
reason being is that we don't know which players are going to end up at Arsenal in the transfer window. We don't know. We've only seen Willian and Gabriel. There's not been anybody else. So I couldn't give you a prediction right about now. Until the transfer windows close, then I could probably give you a prediction. But now I can't say we're going to be top 4, Alfie.
Let me say it for me. Where is the trick with numbers? These are some numbers from our president, Arsenal Colombia super president. As always, he gives me some numbers to be here. We have won the 80% of the points against the Big Six. We have won 5 matches while Emery won 3. You know, Arteta have won 5 against the Big Six. So the trick in this moment is to discover that Arteta is discovering how to be against the Big Six. The problem is the other 13 or 12 teams. So we need to discover how to go in against Wolverhampton, for example, who is a really hard team, and maybe we have some games 2 games per week. So the trick in this moment is to see how the team works against that kind of teams that normally, like Crystal Palace, Southampton, they always win in the last minute. They always win against us. So that is the trick for me. Because maybe the big six we have it, but in order to get the top four, we need to discover how to fight against that teams. There are 13 teams in the league.
Alfie.
No, I was just thinking that if we look at the calendar, we were discussing this the other day. If we are in a good position in October, we should be able to make it. Again, it's just me being an Arsenal fan and believing that we can do it.
That hope.
Yes.
Yeah,
That hope
that
kills
hope
you.
that never goes. That never goes.
That hope kills you.
But no, we have to wait. We have to see game by game. We have to see the attitude. We have to see the injuries. There are many different reasons why a team wins, the Premier League or stays in the top four. But if we can sort out the midfield, we have a chance to make it. We have to do it as soon as possible, though, so they can start training together and
Yeah.
knowing each other. So no, yeah, I think we can do it. Why not?
Hope.
Hope, yeah, definitely. Blind hope, if you like, but yes.
That's
I
great.
see.
That's great.
Well, I can tell you one thing: hope beats reasoning for once at least. But in my opinion, I think Alex and Jonathan are bang on correct. The season is 38 games long. It's not going to be easy. It's definitely not going to be easy. You need to understand that Arsenal are a team that beat City and Liverpool but lost to Aston Villa. So it totally depends upon injuries. The problem is the season is so curtailed because they did not have a good preseason, because they did not have time. They did not have a very good vacation. So you need to understand the mental stress. There are lots of factors where the players need to actually be 100% on the pitch. That may not be there. Plus, you know that your two midfielders are unstable, unsettled. Number one, Torreira, and then there's Gendouzi. So you need to understand that those two people, they need to get out of the club. They themselves don't feel wanted at the club. So in their replacement, that you got Ceballos back, you have El Neni back. You're talking with Partey and Aouar. That may or may not happen. For me, I think though the season is long, if we get Partey, we can right now, as it stands with Ceballos, with Gabriel, with Willian, it looks 7th or 8th for me. But if Partey comes in, we get a Europa League. If Aouar comes in, and we somehow make sure that Lacazette stays, I think there is a slight chance that top four. There's nothing wrong in thinking of it. But other than these two signings, I think it's Europa again. But you never know. We can win the Europa League. Who knows? Thomas Partey is the king of winning Europa Leagues.
For me, above anything else, we have to look for stability. There has to be stability and familiarization with the players, the system, the systems and the players. They've got to be accustomed to how they play and have an understanding. Stability above anything else there. But that's just me. Sorry.
I have a question. Sorry. I have a question for IG. Why El Neni why is possible that El Neni plays for Arsenal and not Torreira? I'm not Torreira fan. So that is my question. I'm Torreira fan. Why El Neni could play in the next season and not Torreira could fix the team? I know the weather, I know the language, I understand, but playing football, why not? Why El Neni? Yes.
I said that because there are
I like
a lot
El Neni. I like El Neni. I have to say it, but I love Torreira.
But you love Ozil as well, no?
We've got a fanboy. All right, let me just address it, Jonathan. I think there have been reports since Torreira finished his first season under Emery that he's not settled. Yeah. Wherein he's clarified that no, AC Milan, he's not going away from Arsenal. He just downplayed it because he wanted to see what would happen this season. But this season, his season was curtailed due to a lot of injuries. There have been a lot of issues with Torreira. Plus, when Emery started him this season, he wanted to play him in an advanced role, wherein he could actually score goals, which was highly unlikely of a player like him. He plays for Uruguay as a terrier. He stays there as a single midfielder who does all the tackles, does all the dirty jobs, takes a yellow card if he wants to, but he stops players like Cristiano Ronaldo going. So his role is he's going to stay there. He's going to keep the ball and pass it to you. He's not going to create for you. He's not going to score for you. And those were the requirements of Emery from him this season. We know that was not fruitful. That did not happen well. So I think he did not find his foot well. If he was given the same role what he played last season, wherein he was fighting for the ball, keeping the ball, at least keeps the possession in that midfield, gets that ball back, I think yes. Trust me on this. I think Torreira would have wanted to stay. He doesn't see that role. Second thing is, I think under Arteta, I don't think so. Arteta wants a midfielder like that. I don't know. Because for him, I think it is more of a ball progressing midfielder alongside a player who is quite swift and nimble, like Ceballos and Xhaka. We saw how they both compared, how they both performed together as a partnership. So in my opinion, I'm not saying Torreira is bad. I'm not saying, because I want him to be nurtured. But if there's a better club who can give him a better game time, a better role, a better idea, a better project, that you're coming to the club and we want to win something, I want him to. I want him the best for him. But right now at Arsenal, I think it's not happening. I think Arteta wants us to play a lot of attacking football, say 4-3-3. But Torreira is a player. He goes to a team like Wolves. He's going to win games for them, because he's going to actually win those tackles and provide that forward pass if wanted to a guy like Adama Traore who's running forward. If that happens, or otherwise on a counter attack, that guy stays back with the center backs. And if somebody's in the counter attack, Torreira will make those fouls, will win those balls. He's that kind of player. Maybe at Arsenal under Arteta, what I've seen from him, what I've known from Arteta, I think there's a doubt that Torreira has a place, though he has to work hard for it, and Arteta has to create a system for it, just like how he has included David Luiz in a back three. He was not in his plans during the start of the lockdown. Since Pablo Mari's injury, he had to go back to his back three. In a back four, Manchester City, what happened? He got sent off. He gave away a penalty. So David Luiz in a back four is a time bomb. He's going to blast on the same game. So it's going to be difficult. So I think these are the things. That same thing is with Torreira. I think so. He's quite unsettled and too young for not getting a lot of game time, and he's looking a lot of international exposure as well for Uruguay as well. So he needs game time. So I think, being a young player, he's right in his own way, but not at Arsenal.
It makes sense.
I think, to answer Jonathan's question, if we just analyze the season that El Neni had in Turkey, it was good. It was a very good season.
And the match.
Yeah, exactly. And the match against Liverpool. Obviously, I don't think they're going to try to keep him. They're going to put him in the transfer list. If someone comes for him, we will sell him. If not, he will stay. Simple as that. Torreira is young. Torreira was doing very well in Italy. So probably the best thing to do is to cash in for him.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. The last thing we want is a player who's not happy. And again, reports that I've read as well about Torreira is that he's not happy. He hasn't settled in London. He finds the language very, very difficult. And worse thing as well, he was injured, and now his spot has been taken by another player. So yeah, at the age of 24, he wants to be playing football. He doesn't want to be second. He wants to be number one. So I just said, I want the best for him. And if it's not happening at Arsenal, then I guess he's going to have to go to Fiorentina. But there was reports as well, Alfie, that I don't think Torreira's father wanted him to come to England to play football. Was that right?
That's what we were talking the last time. Remember that he doesn't feel settled in England. I think the language is not helping. Maybe the life, because this is something that I was talking to Jonathan as well. That as Latin Americans, we need to feel familiarity with people. Like to feel like at home. Something that, for example, Bellerin said that Arteta did when he came to Arsenal. I don't know. I think it's difficult to settle for Latin American players in England. More than the football aspect, more like in the personal aspect, the city, the language, and everything. So yeah, I think one of the biggest problems with Torreira is the environment around him more than his footballing reasons, let's say.
Yeah, for me, I'm quite sad to see. For me, it's like a dream come true for him to be playing at Arsenal, and like it's turned into a nightmare for him. feel very sorry for him. Let me go back into the comments box. There's just so many comments. I need to try and catch up. So people in the chat box, thank you for viewing us. I've just seen the numbers go up to like 150 people watching this segment of the Easy Talk. So just bear me a second, okay? I think Alexis and Adebayor followed the big money. They did. Form dropped alarmingly. Dogs were okay though. Right, okay. Thank you for that, Terry. Oh, all right. Would accept him back, but not want him back. Well, who are you talking about?
Alexis from
Alexis.
Possibly Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah.
Sanchez is better than the rest. RVP was too injury prone. Yes, he was. He was. I remember in his early career, got injured so many times.
Yeah.
I was stuck by him, only for him to go to them lot. Yeah, Man United. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Fane, IG, you got a fan. IG.
The famous.
All right, sorry guys. Hello guys. Personally, my favorite to win the league is Liverpool again. What are your predictions, Jonathan?
Liverpool. Nah, I don't want to say it.
Yeah,
Don't say it then. Don't say it.
I want. Yeah, just let's not.
City.
City? Really?
I think City as well.
Do you think Kevin De Bruyne will explode? I
Yeah.
think so.
I think Aguero is coming back, and they are fixing. They're getting rid of Otamendi, and they're finally going to replace Company with. I think Koulibaly is going to be happen. Going to be happy, but Ake will not help them. But I think if Eric Garcia stays and Koulibaly comes in, I think they've sorted it out. I think if they can bring back Angelino and stop playing Mendy, then they can win it.
Maybe it's gonna be a good run. That one. It's not gonna be so obvious. I think, especially because Chelsea got a great striker on them. That is not you. but no, I mean, yeah, definitely between City and Liverpool. That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go back into the
But
comments.
what is true is that this will be a great Premier League. Oh, very entertaining.
I'm excited. And I can't believe it. It's next week Saturday, isn't it? The Premier League starts next week Saturday.
Yeah,
I've been
exactly.
so concentrated on the transfer news, and next week Saturday the Premier League is back in action. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, we should be able to get Messi before that.
Alfie, behave yourself.
No, he's not having. He said he's gonna stay. He said he's gonna.
He just said it.
Yes.
Looking good, gents, and big ups to Canafoy TV. David, thank you very much. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Arsene Wenger is now being investigated by the police. Yes, I saw the little clip there. Yeah, the president of Barcelona. Serious times for that team there. It's the wages, Gozzidos, and all these men before Edu really messed up the salary structure.
Yeah.
The domestic situation where Napoli want Arsenal to forego the transfer fee just to cover his wages is, well, yeah. It's a mess. Absolute mess, isn't it? Terrible. We are one of the biggest and richest clubs in the world, yet we are haggling over signings for 8 damn months. Sickening, no ambition, no drive, and fans that are happy to drag along out of contention.
Wow.
But that's, what can I say? I can't say nothing to that. Really.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Many Brazilians, one Gabonese makes for gazillion goals next season. But he's not signed yet, Diva. Actually, Diva, welcome to the live show. I've got your comments that we're going to be talking about towards the end. But the Brazilian Revolution at Arsenal, guys.
Yeah, they're playing the Brazilian card. That's what I was saying the other day. Yeah.
And that card works, so we hope it works.
Sometimes, as long as they don't get like Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
But all of them are not even close to Ronaldinho put together, bro.
Yeah, definitely. But we don't know in the drinking aspect.
Hey, we have Craftinelli. It's a crack. Remember Chelsea goal.
This is what happens after 30s. Brazilians go down a little. Oh, that's gonna be unpopular, but no, it's true. Anyway, yeah.
Right. There's just another segment I didn't actually tell you guys in the topics that I wanted to talk about, but it's just come to mind now. The situation with our number 10 at the current time.
No,
There was
say I will pay the money.
Again.
Mesut Ozil.
just a couple of things. Over the last 2 evenings, I've been doing like live shows every single day. There's been some real strong comments about our number 10. And so the topic came up about why can't Arsenal just buy out Ozil's contract, whatever the cost is, from now until 2021. Why can't Arsenal just pay him the money so he can leave?
Because
IG.
he doesn't want to.
Yeah, but he's an employee of Arsenal FC. Can we not pay him the money just to go
As
away?
As I understand, as I understand, and in my rule, in Colombian rule, laboral rule, the contract is signed, and they have to pay the 35, the 300
50,000.
50,000 per week. We have to pay it by 1 year, and that's it. If he plays or not, we have to pay it. So pay it even he is not in the club is a bad idea. So they prefer to keep it. I think so. I understand that.
But so let me understand this. So he's still an Arsenal player. The
Yep.
contract has a value from today until he leaves.
Yeah.
So whatever the value is of the contract, can't Arsenal just pay that money to Özil to leave the club? IG,
But
Yeah.
why would you do that though?
But why?
Alex, Alex, you look clueless in this, but trust me, by the end of my comments, you yourself will come out with the answer. I'll give you a situation. Pay off Ozil and jeopardize Partey and Awa's transfer fee that we can afford by selling some players. B, keep Ozil and get Partey and Awa. What would you pick?
neither one of them.
Wow, you
Well.
you want us in Europa League again, don't you?
Well, we're already there.
Don't you? Don't you? You don't want us. You don't want a
We're
midfield
already
extreme
there.
too, do you?
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I think talking about Mesut Ozil, I think he got an offer from a Saudi club that can afford his wages. So all he had to do, all he had to do was to speak to them. They were interested in him because they want him to be helping them to win their competition. So I think he would add a lot of value there, but they're monitoring him. Now it's not about just there are lots of clubs that can actually they can actually afford Mesut Ozil's wages. It's just that who want him? There's only one club, maybe, and probably after everything is done in England, probably after finishing his contract, respecting his contract, he'll probably end up in Turkey. I'm pretty much sure he will definitely end up in Turkey because that's where his family lies, and he's got a lot of good affection with Erdogan as well. So I think he'll definitely end up in Turkey. But in my opinion, I think he's easier to stay. He wants to stay. He's rejected that Saudi offer. Whatever has come through him, he's actually said that no, I would want to stay, and I think he's adamant he wants to stay. So I'm pretty much sure that he'll be out from. He will not be even on the bench. Trust me, he'll stay at Arsenal, and I think Arsenal don't mind paying him, his weekly wages as they get the money. But I think paying him off, I think we don't have the luxury right now to jeopardize our future transfers.
Yeah, and I think Campbell was the one that came out and said, "Hey, Ozil needs to meet Arsenal halfway," because I don't think it's a footballing reason. I think it's political reasons again. I mean, everyone speculates about what's happening with Ozil, that he had problems with Emery, that he has problem with Arteta. When Arteta came back to Arsenal, he was playing him. so we don't know really. But to be completely honest, he's an employee, so just make him train, making he has the quality to play 1 or 2 games. I don't see why would you prefer not like paying him and not play him. um so yeah, no, like I think he can still give something to Arsenal, and he needs to, I don't know what the problem is internally, but if he can say, hey, listen, I just want to play, just let me play, and that's it, I think he can help us.
I will add two things. The first thing is that maybe Arteta is he was with some picture yesterday with wet, so maybe he's training well, and Arteta will maybe, I don't know.
Well, he was training.
Second,
Yeah.
second, there is a marketing thing. Ozil has a big fan base.
Yeah.
Big fan base. So maybe there is something that we are
Starting
not.
with Jonathan.
Did you see London with the Arsenal shirt? Yeah, my goodness. That is London is her name.
Let me go back into the comments. So, IG, do you want to say something before I go into the comments box? No? Okay. Right. So, back to the comments box. What kit is Alfie wearing? Where he's wearing the Colombian national. Colombia. I've also got that one as well. Somewhere
Nice.
there. Yeah. And what else is there? There's quite a few comments. I'll just try and catch up as much as I can. My goodness. All right. Oh, there we go. Mocha, when would we announce? Well, IG, over to you. I don't know.
He actually was in my live. I've answered him already. Do you want me to answer him again? Okay, let me do it again. When will we announce Aubameyang and Dani? I think next week, Dani. But towards the end of next week, Aubameyang, hopefully next week. I think both hopefully next week. But I think Arsenal will do it one signing at a time. What they're doing is per signing per week. So I think Dani is much more realistic than Oba being announced next week. But I think Dani towards the end of the next week.
Yeah, hopefully we should be able to get that sorted before our first match at least.
Yeah. Again, the questions about Thomas Partey. What's the latest updates on Partey? Are we getting them, IG? I said my bit.
Wow. Okay. What are the latest on Partey and are we getting them? Yes. There you go.
Okay. Nice.
Thank you. Oh,
that's great.
Done. Sorted.
Well, that's the quickest response ever, IG. Oh dear. Subs like lacquer, but I like Alfie.
You have a fan.
My only and number one fan.
What do you think of Ozil? Personally, I will 100% sell him, but Arteta said they all get a fresh start for the new season.
That's what it
Again
is.
with Guendouzi. We hope.
No,
he
when
has.
does he can go? I'll drive him myself.
Yeah. But Arteta was speaking about Guendouzi when he said that all the players will restart in the new season, and that's it. And so I hope Guendouzi also gets some opportunity if he's not sell it. I prefer to sell it.
No, but honestly, we have to get rid of one of them.
Either
Torreira or Guendouzi.
PSG says not.
Nice
so
one, Alfie.
Possible,
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Guendouzi is good enough.
Yeah, sell him.
No happening one.
No, I prefer to sell him. Obviously.
IG, you're shaking your head. What happened, Guendouzi? What happened, man?
Good. You turned the whole fan base against Guendouzi, bro. That's what you wanted, didn't you? Right. Well, he's had an agenda when Guendouzi was a regular under Emery, so I can understand his happiness. But I think, in my opinion, I think he's done. I think he's done under Arteta. Even if he says, I think there are many reasons why Arteta came out and said that everyone will get a clean slate. What else is he supposed to say? He's a coach. He has to say, and
he has to say that.
He has to say that, and that's the first. I think when he's coming out, and that is the first press conference. After towards the start of the new season, I think that is what you expect from your manager. I think, according to the contract, Guendouzi is an Arsenal player. He's obligated to come to training to Arsenal. If he's training personally, so we've understood that towards the end of last season that he's training separately. So it's done. I think he's reached crossroads, and I think he's done with Arsenal. But the problem is, there's just like Mustafi, there's nobody interested in him right now.
Yeah,
nobody wants to fix their midfield right now. Okay. There's a loan deal that we could see that he could go to Villarreal. Having a reunion with Emery. That may happen, but that's not even concrete as well, because the sources that actually report that are not tier one. So you need to understand that may not happen. When that doesn't happen, it's an awkward situation for Arteta. is Guendouzi coming or not? So that is
Absolutely.
why we might have said that at least he comes back to the training, meets Arteta, talks to him, makes amends. Maybe, that there could be something. He's just left the door open, but I'm sure there's another door which is closed from inside.
That has the word exit.
Guendouzi, Papa, Chambers,
Kolasinac.
Cola.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Yeah. Arteta won't play over central if Laka goes. We need to replace him. Yeah. Again, we've linked with so many players. Sorry, Jonathan.
I think we need Lacazette. Yeah, I don't know what is the idea of the Mister of Mikel Arteta, with or without him, but I think we need him now. Why I think we need him? I don't trust too much. I know he's a good boy. He's trying, but I don't trust too much in the technician and the attitude of Nketiah. However, he did 3 goals today for the U21. But I don't know, when I see him playing for Arsenal, I don't feel that what you feel when Lacazette plays. So I don't think it's a good idea to sell Lacazette because
Yeah,
we have to replace
a lot
him.
of people say, oh yeah, we can sell Laka because we got Nketiah. Oh, he has missed a lot
Oh,
of chances. A lot.
yeah, there is like this between Laka and Nketiah for me.
Yeah,
And
but yeah, definitely what Juan is saying. Juan is one of my mates actually, and we need to replace him with maybe not an equal player, but someone who can be as a backup. Because if Aubameyang gets injured, then what?
Yeah, absolutely. Got Colombian also says Guendouzi loves Arsenal. Well, I'm not sure whether Arsenal loves Guendouzi.
Exactly, it's a two-way thing.
I'm sorry, IG. Guendouzi is not great enough to be an Arsenal player.
Simple as.
I
I'm not
think
saying
I think he's good, but he don't have the attitude.
that's
For
the
me,
problem. It's the attitude.
that's
The attitude.
IG, did you hear that, IG? I said it's the attitude. Okay. Not he's
Now
here.
you're making sense. Now you're making sense.
Dear, let's go just for the last few ones here before we finish this one. Wow, the hour's gone very, very quick, guys. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Samuel says, do you see any hope that at some point fans will be allowed to watch games in their stadiums from October, I believe, IG? Oh,
Yeah,
guys,
that's what they say.
from October, Samuel. So there you go. You've got some news there for you. And Shaka had opportunity. Guendouzi also. Yeah, but my thoughts about Shaka, what he did there, the armband and the whole. I mean, for me, you've got to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah.
You can't give players opportunities because it's going to have player power. One player's going to say, "Oh, did you see what Guendouzi did? So maybe I can get away with the same thing."
Yeah,
But
I
you've got to draw the line
said
somewhere.
it before. I said it many, many times. Xhaka is playing good football with Arsenal in this moment, but if it was for me, he wouldn't be in an Arsenal shirt.
Yeah.
Like what he did, it was disrespectful, and he shouldn't have done that.
Absolutely.
we forgive
Just the
you,
last
Shaka. We love you.
No, him. Yeah, talk for you.
I love Shaka too. I think he's been made a scapegoat of a lot of toxicity from the fan base. So I think I love Shaka. But however captaincy band makes, I think if there has been a case wherein your captain material has not been captain fantastic, I think go straight away to Kieran Tierney, man. Don't even think twice. Give it to him. Wait for a season. Wait, see how he does. After Aubameyang, I think he's a real deal.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Emery burned Chaka. Chaka was his player, something like that.
Right, Patrick says, why can't we go for Julian Draxler? I think if we were going to go with him,
Because
link with him like 2-3
we
years
never
ago.
went for Benzema. Yeah, exactly.
Like
Yeah.
9 years.
Yeah, no. It's done. It's done. Next.
Yeah, no. It's not going to happen. Julian Draxler, I don't think so.
No.
Right, this is the last few before we finish this one. I'll probably give the last word to our moderator, Monty, who's done a fantastic job this evening. And he says, check out our merchandise in the description and make a purchase if you are able to. Guys, I'm going to have to wrap this one up. It's an hour. It's an hour.
Yeah.
And yeah. Unless you have
Right.
anything else you want to talk about. No?
No.
IG? Jonathan?
About my Arsenal girl. Just say hello.
Nketiah scored a hat trick tonight. Yes, because we were playing against who were we playing against?
Kosovo.
There you go.
Yeah.
Kosovo, and Reece Nelson scored a goal from the bench.
There you go.
Yeah.
As
Nice. Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, if he can score like a rainy night at the Stoke, yeah, he can replace Laka. If not, there's
Yeah.
no point. But he's a good player, though. Maybe
I
give
think
it
he's a good player. You just got to give him time, and
exactly.
opportunities. Shaka has greatly improved. My opinion is that David Luiz could be our deputy captain. Well, right about now, Bellerin is our vice captain. So,
Yeah.
Luis has just 1 year left on his contract. Why would you make him a deputy captain?
Yeah. No.
Is there any need getting Aura when Arsenal is getting Danny Ceballos back?
Yes.
Yeah.
With Partey, no, but one of them, yes.
No, we
Partey,
need to have depth in the midfield, and we're talking about getting them both. Obviously, one is needed, apart from Ceballos, of course.
Always quality. Danny isn't going to play every game. We need depth. Yeah, we need
There
depth.
is.
Read
There
my
is.
mind.
The season is very, very long. 38 games. And that's not even including the cup games. It's a long old season. So, yeah, that's a good call.
And they didn't rest as much.
Guys, I'm going to call it to an end. But before I do, I'm going to say a big thank you. Jonathan, thank you very much, Master Jonathan. What is the name of your dog?
London.
London.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because London is a brand.
I got her the day that I arrived from London once, so I put that name, London.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was arriving in the flight. And London.
Alfie, as always, it's really good having you back on the EASYTALK, man.
Thank you very much for the invitation. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Always, man. Always. And last but not least, the Minister of Information, IG.
There you go, Jonathan. You got it right.
Yeah. I just learned it.
Always great to be a part of the show. And when actually Alex mentioned that Jonathan is in, I think I was in for a treat because I know it's going to be a quality talk. Because last time around, I know what happened. And it's just fellow Gooners coming up with their opinions. But I think I loved it. It was really great. I think, Alfie, this is the first time, but I've seen you and Jonathan go alongside Alex in one of the EASYTALK. I was waiting for the EASYTALK, and I think, wow, I loved it. Whatever it was, I think being a part of this always is quality, man.
Thank you, IG. Such kind words. And as well, we've had so many new subscribers coming and subscribing on the channel. I'm so very, very grateful. The subscribers, followers on Twitter, Facebook, thank you very much. And we're running a competition. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the competition, but I'm not going to do it again today. We'll mention it tomorrow on the morning segment. But guys, it's been a real pleasure to have all of you together again. And let's hope for a good start to the Premier League season next week, Saturday, against Fulham, away from home. But from everyone on California TV, all the guys, from myself, if you've been one, actually, IG, do you want to do the outro?
I've been waiting for a long time. If you've been wondering what you've been watching Cannon Fodder, the channel for all the Arsenal fans all over the world.